Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunless Skies. Today, I think we're going to go back to the Reach. We have two missions we need to do in the Reach. One of them is the Truth mission, the main mission, and the other one is opening an embassy in Hybris, of all places. What I'm going to do before we set off, though, is I'm going to buy myself just a little bit of fuel to make sure that I don't run out, because that would be embarrassing. I'm going to leave my food in my bag, and we're going to see if we can leave. Hopefully being yoked doesn't cause issues on leaving the Blue Kingdom. It could be a problem. I got a funny feeling we're going to be back anyway. There's no way that the Truth storyline doesn't have more to do here. I could be wrong, of course. I've never done it before. Right, can I just leave? Asked to travel to the Reach. No sooner have you spoken the question that the relay's mechanisms grind into motion. Thank God. We leave. And my terror falls for free. Isn't that lovely? And luckily, New Winchester, right here. So let's go see what we can find out. We've culminated all of the information required from all three of the people. And hopefully, we have some sort of answer. I am slightly worried that we're going to get, like, attacked by something. It would be unfortunate. We do appear to be digging into places that we're probably not that welcome. The last person, obviously our friend who started this whole thing off, got blown up, so, you know, it seems decidedly possible. You can leave. Thank you, my friend. It explains to you in several paragraphs why you need its services, even if you don't recognize the fact at the moment. It offers you a comparison sheet between its charges and those of similar litigators. But you hold fast, and it goes at the next port. I shall pick him up again if we go back to the Blue Kingdom. Given that I can hire him using port reports, it was pretty good. He saved me a lot of money. That man's getting a 5-star Yelp review. We should just go around this corner. I should probably do something about my nightmares, but I'm sure it's fine. Luckily our terror's lowered enough where it's not too much of an issue now. Could do with making more money, annoyingly. Seems to be the common tread on this playthrough is that I constantly haven't got enough money. Right. The stars are dying. Here we go. Deposit the Diadact. He has been silent and distracted on the way back. When you called on him in his cabin, you found that he'd borrowed a can of pitch from the engineers and painted his windows black. That's perfectly normal behavior. As he disembarks, the Diadact hesitates. I'm afraid this is as far as I will follow this line of inquiry. There is a war in the heavens, and a slaughter of suns. And for every one that falls, how many lesser beings suffer? The suns set themselves in positions of indispensability, and now they are disposing of one another. I am sorry, but I learned some time ago when to let a thing lie. I will, of course, help you find our missing Ernest agitator. I will focus more directly on that, but my investigations into the affairs of suns is at an end. That seems fair. Here we go, put the pieces together. You have a picture now of what the Ernest agitator was pursuing, and how. With the Baroness, You learned that stars can only be killed by beings of comparable magnitude. With the didact, you found that thousands of stars have died in a secret civil war. With the civilian, you learned that the courtesy, a pact between stars, determines the procedures by which they may murder one another. With Meg, you discovered that the courtesy conceals the existence of the bloodshed. If you learn the truth, you are hunted by the fire that follows. If your friend discovered all this and more, the fire must have been hunting her. But where would she have tried to hide from it? Spatchcocker Meg has found a lead. Okay, let's search for our friend. Fortunately, Meg's search for the earnest agitator has borne fruit. She and the bedeviled diadact seek you out. The Azazel was seen passing Lustrum and heading over the edge towards the wastes, says Meg. The didact looks grim. The wastes are starless spaces, cold and barren, haunted by evil winds. She cannot survive there. You have a choice now. Follow your friend in pursuit of the truth, or abandon your ambition and its perils. It's not too late. For you, at least. You could still seek wealth or fame instead of this quest into forbidden secrets which have no good end. I mean, I kind of want to follow the truth. If you choose to continue this unwise pursuit, travel off the edge of the reach and search for your friend. You will need a store of supplies and fuel. If you choose to abandon your ambition, you can do so here. Okay. Interesting. So we can persist with our quest. You will not turn back now. Is it loyalty? Curiosity? Or do you have more ambitious aims? After all, you have learned that suns can die. We could abandon your quest for truth. The earnest agitator chose to pursue these cosmic secrets and must pay their price. But you need not be consumed by her choices. You could turn back. Now we'll persist. How bad can it be? The earnest agitator's engine, the Azazel, was seen heading towards the wastes. You must follow her to where all maps fail. Travel beyond the edge of the map to search for your friend. Should you come to your senses before you find her, you may return here to abandon your quest. Right. How much do I need for such a endeavor? And I'm going to go to Hybris first, because I want to open that embassy. But I'd like to know what I'd actually need in order to go. Nothing's told me. Also, I don't actually know. I think we can ride off the edge of the map down here. I swear there's one that's a little closer than that. By Lustrum, maybe? I could do with one that's quite close to a port, so I can make sure I've got enough supplies and fuel and stuff before I try. I'm worried that's the end of the game. Let's go to Hybris for now, shall we? I'm going to buy myself some fuel and supplies, though. How much money do I have? Oh, enough. 5 and 5, that should be enough to get me to Hybris. Let's buy one more, just in case. And let's head off. I should repair my bloody engine. Hang on. I just saw my health. I forgot that I had an incredibly rough episode last time, didn't I? I was being attacked relentlessly. How much is it going to cost me? 200 sovereign. Ugh! My money. Okay. It's possible that we go off the edge of the map and we just unlock some new stuff, but I've got a funny feeling that may in fact be the last step of our ambition. I genuinely don't know. I should probably look it up, but then that's kind of spoiling it for me, isn't it? If I could just get to the edge, and it's going to come up with an option, right? It's going to be like, oh, yes. But there isn't really an edge that is close. Do I go to Lustrum? I can go to Lustrum. I can't really get to Hybris from Lustrum, so that would be a massive pain. I could try to leave via down here, the Trigger's Haunt, because it's close to the Leadbeater and Stain Rods. Let's just go to Hybris for now. It's a shame there isn't a path out up by Hybris, because that would make my life considerably easier. I wonder if we open the embassy in Hybris, it'll give me a place to buy fuel and supplies. It seems like the embassy for the Blue Kingdom, though, is going to be really far away from the Blue Kingdom's gate. You'd think you'd put your embassy somewhere where you can easily get backup and supplies from the Blue Kingdom. But apparently not. Uh-oh. Apparently I've lost the ability to drive. This shouldn't surprise anyone. I'm not scared of anything in the Reach, as I have said many times, so I think we should be okay. Do I want to go left or do I want to go right? It's quicker to go via Faith's Fall, so I'm going to go the quickest way possible, I think. We may end up having a little bit of an issue with the guests, but it should be okay. I could dock at Polymer and Plenty's, but I don't really need to. I probably haven't handed in my poor reports for a long time, and I'm probably full because I always forget to hand in my damn poor reports, even though I dock at New Winchester all the bloody time. It's incredibly annoying. Ooh. I don't have a drill? I don't have a drill. How deeply upsetting. Letting money float in the sky. Oh, something's here. What are you? Star-maddened explorer. Damn it. Ow. Where'd he learn to drive? We don't need to gain hull. Let's get a Sky Story or a Tale of Terror. Fantastic. Oh! Apparently he learned the same place to drive as I did. Self-taught. There was a couple of hooligans, some bandits, some sky bandits, but we're going to ignore them, I think. They should cause me no harm. I suppose I could try and leave up here after going to Hybris if we have the supplies. I'd like to know if I need like 30 supplies or something. I'd like to know my goal. It just said a supply of, which, you know, could be any number. I get a feeling it's going to kill me. That's the thought in the back of my head. It's going to be like, you find the truth, and then you die, and then the credits roll. I suppose there's a chance we, I don't know, save our friend. Hey, it's not impossible, right? Uh-oh. Hey, look, it's the guests. Well, it's like guest, pirate, Takiti. The holy trifecta of the Reach. All that's missing's Her Majesty. Almost there. Hopefully we don't need stuff to open this embassy, otherwise I'm going to be very upset. But if I get back and it's like, we needed 2 panes of stained glass, you know, the 2 panes that I took out of my inventory, I'm going to be mad. Nice. Okay, establish a Blue Kingdom embassy. The village sprawls, silent and abandoned and overrun with rapturous fungi. The interior of every house is choked by spores and rot. Here we are then. The mesmeric orator masterfully avoids showing even a trace of disappointment. Very good, very good. From the humblest of seeds a mighty oak may grow after all. Well, let's occupy an abandoned building. Your crew can help clean it up. Gas masks on, gentlemen. The orator takes it upon himself to deliver a speech. Your crew, suitably inspired, band together and tackle the village head on, clearing away clutter, sweeping up spores, even hacking away most of the fungi. At the end of the day, Hybris is habitable once again. This seems the most suitable accommodation for the embassy, declares the orator, standing outside the modest town hall. For now, we shall set up our operations here, and one can only hope that in the future we grow. Okay. Hybris is a silent, spore-swept ruin. The Blue Kingdom's embassy has taken over the town hall, but it stands almost completely empty. It is occupied only by the mesmeric orator, who stands on the balcony and practices speeches to an audience of mushrooms. When the orator has finished his speeches for the day, he meets you in his office. The golden urn sits on the desk, somehow managing to project an air of pomposity, while its carrier silently gets on with some paperwork. So what is the embassy's goal here? The orator clears his throat dramatically. He loves the chance to pontificate. An embassy helps different cultures understand each other. Am I correct? The orator pauses for precisely optimum effect. As the Reach comes to understand us, they will adopt our inherently superior philosophies. Soon the Reach will swear fealty to the Blue Kingdom, perhaps Albion too, and we will have opened strategically valuable new fronts against the Eleutherian menace. I'm not sure this is how this works, my friend. I'm pretty sure the British tried this at some point and it didn't work. Thus, it is imperative that we educate the denizens of the Reach in the philosophy of culmination and hasten this process as much as we can. We propose an ending to beginnings. It is more complex than that, of course. I explain more in my daily seminar. Right. Can I have a job? There's plenty of work to be done, as usual, he says in his voice of butter and honey. Our work principally concerns the spreading of our philosophy of the Blue Kingdom, says the orator, with the air of a man for whom monologues come naturally. This is the purpose of the embassy. We are not here to concern ourselves with diplomacy and mortal squabbles. So please understand that while this assignment may be diplomatically disastrous, it is key to our philosophy. Travel to London and publicly denounce the Empress who thinks herself eternal. Specifically, discredit her efforts to prolong the false life of her consort. What in God's name? No. Oh, I understand, murmurs the orator. Busy, 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 of course, but don't lose sight of the value of the work we are trying to accomplish here. Perhaps later, when it fits your schedule. Yes, that's the problem there. Totally. The fact that you want me to denounce the Queen in fricking London, of all places. We live in a society where the Queen can make me disappear. Even though I have a funny feeling I have actually done that before. Even though I don't remember opening the embassy, I'm pretty sure I went to London and did that. And it was just a tiny voice in a sea of loud ones. And no one gave a crap. But this character is smarter than to do something so stupid. And again, he is a fire starter, he's a rebel. Maybe he should have done that. From a role-playing perspective. I don't really want to go to Albion, if I'm completely honest with you. I'm going to see if I can go off the edge of the map here and see if we can get some more information on what we need in order to, like, continue the truth quest. Hopefully it doesn't just do it. It shouldn't do. If it's anything like going through the Avid Horizon in Sunless Seas, it should come up with an option being like, are you sure you want to do this? You're insane. Because imagine you're in combat and you accidentally dodge off the map. I really hope there is a way up. Off the map up here. I'm kind of putting all my chips into one gamble here. Don't like it here, Captain, an engineer complains. The rest of the crew murmur. She speaks for them, too. Why can I not hit Star-Maddened Explorers with my missiles anymore? There we go. No, we don't need to repair, so we'll take a Sky Story and a Tale of Terror, or a Tale of Terror, I should say. Sky Story, 45 sovereigns, nice. Is there a way off the map? This is a sentence I never thought I was going to say. Is there a way off the map up here? It's not the nicest of places to leave. Because Polymer and Plenty doesn't sell fuel, so that would be kind of disastrous, but I guess we'll find it. We've got enough fuel right now to do the scouting, you know. Watch me find some miraculous new route to the Hybris Gate. The Eleutherian Gate. Oh, that's why they put the frickin' embassy there, of course. To fight the Eleutherian menace, he even just said it. And the gate is right there. Good lord, wow, slow Aneurin, that was very slow. It makes perfect sense. It's a bulwark, it's a bastion. Except there's no one there, so it kind of looks a bit pathetic. But, you know, this isn't looking good. By the way, this is looking decidedly stony. Maybe Lustrum is the only way up. Yeah, that looked promising for a second, but it's blocked off. Well, not the only way up. The safest way up is probably the way I should have worded that. Yeah, because there's definitely one down here, I think. If not there, then probably here. Could be one down there, but I don't think so. Lustrum's the only one I can really see. Okay, let's change tactic. I'm gonna have to go back to New Winchester. And then maybe head to Lustrum? Oh no, I took my hands off the keyboard for a second and realised I was flying towards a wall. Not good. It's a shame. There doesn't look like there's any holes in the wall anywhere near me here. You'd think there'd be something by Hybris. Hybris is just hell, so you'd think they'd definitely put some sort of exit there, but I guess not. I guess not. I could just cut across straight to Lustrum. Lustrum sells fuel and supplies. That's probably going to take up the rest of the episode to get there, but we could definitely do it, right? Let's go. Screw it. Hang on. Yeah, I have to get out of the Hybris loop before I can start going to the west. My voice is apparently it's rebelling. Oh, good lord. God knows what's going on there. There we go. That's better. I swear. I would accept some super easy fights here. Oh. Like a Breach Marauder? Okay, 2 Marita orders is a little bit more interesting. Oh dear. Ah, messed up. Easy. I'll repair my ship. Just pretend we never got shot. And gain sovereigns, I think. Actually, unusual items. Let's get some silent stewed gossip. There it is. I wish that rolled the dice and gave you a chance to get some rare stuff. It might very well do. It's just the rare stuff is so damn rare that I've never seen it. It seems possible, doesn't it? Hey, some supplies. Catch. Now let's explore the captain's cabin. Silence tube gossip. Should have seen that coming, shouldn't I? These poor marauders. They expected some, you know, hapless traveller. And they ended up getting me. Hello. It's like, oh, I'm sure they'll have a machine gun or something. Gets broadsided by a missile. I'll rate the safe. I don't need more silence tube gossip. I'll take the money. Might, you know, pay for some stuff. Right, what's the best path I can take here? I guess... Oh, I'm gonna have to go through the desolation of Salbia again. I could just go up this way. It's slightly longer, but there's less risk involved, less terror. Because my terror is actually quite high right now, which is something I did not anticipate. For some damn reason. Ah, ooh. Whoops. I panicked so hard I hit the horn. I'm going up the wrong way. Let's not do that. Almost went back into the loop of Hybris. Don't think about putting a brave face on it. Oh, my aunt is hallowed. Again. Who knows? Maybe there's a wonder up here that can lower my terror. I severely doubt it, but you never know. Yeah, let's go straight forward, take a turn, and hope for the best. Is there a way of lowering my terror in Lustrum? I bloody hope so. There's a coffee shop in Lustrum? I might be able to lower my terror there. Got a horrible feeling I might not be able to, though. I am slightly concerned that maybe that hole in the world that I'm looking at next to Lustrum doesn't actually exist. And there's just a very thin wall there. It's not being properly portrayed upon the world map. Plus side, we get to see snow. I like snow. We're uncovering bits of the map that I've never seen. On this playthrough, at least. Proper exploration. And spiky things. Yes. Very spiky. Don't crash into that. That looks like death. How does ice form like that? Sideways. What is that? There's a terror up there. I feel like I've never seen it. It's in such a bizarre place. Oi, my terror's at 57%. That's quite high. Can't say I'm a huge fan. I'm going to assume going to the depths of hell off of the map is probably going to cause me some sort of... Yeah, I thought this was going to happen. It was probably going to cause me some sort of problematic thing. Let's jettison some supplies here. Lower my terror a little bit. We have the supplies to give. There's apparently... something grave up here. Ooh, that never-ending gemstones? Christ. That's a rare find. Don't see those very often. Not outside the Blue Kingdom, anyway. Whoops. Oh, unless I'm just down here. Do I try to leave the map? Right, let's skirt as close as we can. I imagine we're going to need an ungodly amount of stuff. Fire Belcher, you should be friendly. Uh-oh, it appears to be happening. Yeah, see? A thin piece of wall. You know what? It's come to my attention. I don't actually know where the edge of the map is that I can actually leave. I must have come across it at some point, surely. Surely. This? Oh, it's looking promising. Yeah, no, it is right next to Lustrum. Okay, fantastic. We go. You are near the edge of this district of the sky. What little lies beyond except a cold death. Hang on. Right, what do we need? A waste stretches before you. The star that reigned over it died cold aeons ago. Now its domain is empty of life, drowned in darkness, harried by a howling wind. Right, so, what out ambition? Christ, a 0% chance of success. Oh god. She left her crew at New Winchester and took the Azazel alone into the howling wastes. The more searches you make, the better your chances of finding her. And it takes two supplies and 3 fuel. Oh wow. I could venture in just a little way, just enough to say that you have, and be one of those rare, wild few. The crew will undoubtedly resist. You must convince them. We could search the frosted ruins for one of the lost sigils. The vast ruins are decorated with ice. Propagate the waif. You have angered one of the spiteful gods of the sky. Perhaps here at the edge of the places it has taken for its own, you can win its forgiveness. Oh, we can turn back. Which is what we will do, because I now know that I need to do this multiple times with huge amounts of supplies and fuel. So, 180! You issue the order. Your engine, amidst its skirts of steam, lumbers around until the wastes are to the aft. Your crew work briskly, and soon you are thundering back into less terrible spaces. In a moment of relief, someone blows the engine whistle. See? Alright, let's dock at Lustrum. We now have a plan. We have somewhere we can go. I would have tried it now, but we're at the end of the episode, and I feel my terror is a little bit higher than I would like, so I might try and lower that down as far as I can before we go through there. Just in case it's like, it uses your supplies and gives you 50 terror, because I can see the game doing that. So, with that, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel and the coffee supporters. It really does mean the world to me. And as always, I'll see you next time.